Hello friends, welcome back to Mudstack. In this session, we are going to discuss how we can integrate Postman, JMeter, Slack to our CICD pipeline. And this is continuation of our CICD pipeline series sessions. So this CICD pipeline, we are using GitLab here. Okay. So I encourage everyone to please go through those previous sessions and come back to this session. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you'll get notification for new videos. Okay. If you're not shared with your friends, please go ahead and share with your friends. Okay. And watch this video till the end. Okay. So you'll definitely learn something from this video. Okay. So we are going to integrate Postman to test the, so I have created one script where we are, comparing status code, what is the expected state code, and we are comparing the what is expected output from my API. Okay, so those tests we have written in the Postman. As part of demo, I'll show you that how I have written that script, or I have uploaded a video for that in my on my channel. So please go ahead and look into that. Okay, JMeter will be using for the load testing. So for this testing, I have added around 20 threads to test my API. Okay, and Slack we are integrating to update or engage my developer teams or my team to get the notification whenever the pipeline is triggered or somebody merged code to our code repository branch. Okay, so let me take you to the demo part where I show you whatever we are expecting from this session. So let's jump on to the demo part. Okay. Okay, so this is my CI/CD pipeline code. So, or we can say our code repository first. Let me go through the code repository first. So we have, so this code we have already uploaded, as part of the last session. Okay. So here I have added one file called load testing. This will be using for JMeter. Collection.json. This is for our Postman integration. Okay. So let me quickly show you what is there in this file. Okay, so it's very simple. We are triggering our API, this one, okay, hello world API. And here we are trying to, so this is our load testing text. So we are trying to trigger this 20 times. Okay. Simple. So not exactly 20 times. We are actually triggering 10 times. Okay, my mistake. So yeah, this is our load testing. So 10 times we are trying to execute our API. Second one is collection.java, JSON. Okay, here if you notice, we are triggering this flow and we are trying to compare with our response. Okay, so here we are comparing response with this body. Okay, and there are two tests here. So we are comparing status code and we are comparing body. That means the response from the API. Okay, so there are two test cases over here. Now we have added the immunity test cases also here. So the code is now enabled with the immunity. So during our execution of the CI/CD pipeline, we'll be executing immunity test cases. We'll be uploading the artifacts. We'll be deploying the code, and then after that we'll do load testing and we'll do status code test and the response test. Okay, let's go ahead and let me take you to the pipeline now. What changes we have done to the pipeline? So we have added in the previous session. It was very simple. Only the Docker image was there, and only deploy command was there. Now in this session, I have added caching. So now our pom.xml will be taken care. So that file will be considered for the caching. So if there are no changes in the pom.xml, you are not going to download the dependency again and again. Okay, if there is change in the pom.xml, new dependency will be downloaded. Okay, and those dependencies will be stored on local Maven repository of the GitLab runner. Okay, so GitLab runner will be a kind of virtual machine where all the folders will be created and your dependency will be stored. If you're generating jar files, those will be there in the target folder. So all this caching will happen based on the form.xml content. Now, simple, I have created one global variable. If you see here, so every command is expecting this parameters, 2 parameters, and the setting.xml file. And then in every command, I'm saying that, okay, you take this, you consider this local repository. That means you don't need to look for new dependencies again and again. Okay, so I'm giving, so this is my project root directory, and inside that I have a .m2 folder, inside that I have a repository folder. So all the dependencies will be, required dependencies will be available here. So first we'll run the mini test cases. So have a look at it with the simple maven command mbn clean test, and this is what we're passing, setting.xml file and the maven local maven repository. So this command is not going to download dependencies again. Then once the maven executes the mini test cases, it will go ahead and build the jar and upload that jar to the artifact tree. Okay, so let's see. I am using here package upload profile, and this profile added in the form.xml. Okay, so let me quickly show you that form.xml content. So till here it is normal, right? This Cloud Hub deployment configurations we have added in the previous session only. In this session, I made a small change and I added a profile package upload, where I'm going to upload the our jar file and this location. So this API will be used to upload the artifacts. Okay, so artifacts will be your jar file. So project ID is coming from the variable. Okay, so I'll show you that variable. So at this location, this API will be used to upload our artifact. Okay, this package we are using. Okay, let me go ahead and now please show you the setting.xml file also. So for this ID, right? Okay, just a second. So this ID. Okay, so this artifact will be uploaded by your job. So job need to have access. Okay, so that access will be given by our access token, and that access token is there in my setting.xml. Setting.xml, you can see that GitLab -maven, that is ID of my profile, and then this job token will be coming from the inbuilt variable called CI job token. Okay, and this guy will authorize our job to upload the artifact to the artifact repository, and the same job token will be used to execute the maven commands also. Okay, so let me go back now. So we are clear with the load testing, we are clear with the CI settings, and then collection.json. And now we'll go back to the CICD pipeline code again. So once we upload the artifact, okay, this artifact will be available in the package and registry here. In this location, we'll see that artifact, our jar file uploaded over here. Okay, then we go back to the files again. Open it. Now, we'll get the same jar file which is uploaded over here, and then we'll deploy it to our Cloud Hub. So how? So if you don't want that artifact jar, you can execute this command, which will build our code again, and then that jar will get deployed. But I already built the jar, right? So I wanted to get the jar from there. So you can use a little different command. So you can see here mvn mule deploy. This is the stage, okay? And then it looks for artifact, and I'm giving the path. So here I have hard-coded. You can use the build name over here, or project name. If your project name and your jar name is same, in my case it's different. That's the reason I have hard-coded it. If your project name here and your project in your endpoint platform, if it is same, then use the project name over here, star.jar. And then I'm taking the latest one from here. Okay, and then this command will deploy the code to the cloud. If you don't use this, it is not going to deploy your code to the Cloud Hub or in standalone or RPA. And then we are not going to test a minute takes us over here. And then again, at last, I'm saying, okay, use the local repository. Don't download it again. Okay, dependent. Now, and then I'm saying whenever is anything changes on the main command, main branch, then only you execute this. Okay. Once this deployment is done successfully, your test cases are executed successfully, your jar uploaded to the artifact successfully, and then your code is deployed to your respective environment, then come and test, do the load test. So if I'll give one, if you notice here, this needs will take care of. Otherwise, if you don't add this needs, this load test or Postman test will be executing parallelly with this job. What I'm enforcing here is load test should be executed after successful deployment. Okay, and your Postman should be executed after successful load test. So this needs command will be helpful or will be waiting till the deployment, successful deployment or successful execution of this deploy job. If this deploy job fails, in that case, this load test will skip, your Postman test will be skipped. Okay, so this needs command will be helpful. You can give here stage name or job name. So right now we are giving job name. This is deploy the job. Okay. Then I am configuring JMeter over here. And if you notice, this is the file we are using for testing, load testing. So load testing.jmx, and it will generate the test results. Okay. And we can see this load test results also in our code repository. So we'll see where we can find this load test results. Then Postman results. So here we'll be using our collection.json. Okay. So before that, we are using script. This script, it will create test result first. Okay. And then entry.sh is there. And this entry.sh, we'll find it in the Docker image. This is the JMeter Docker image. Okay. So this Docker image we are using to test the load. Okay. And this is the syntax. So this script will use this .jmx file and to generate log as well as to generate the result over here. Now, Postman. So we are for the Postman also we are using Docker image. Okay. New man under outline 33. And here script, you can write any shell script here. So we are saying that newman version npm install this one, and then finally run the newman command and use the collection.json. In the collection.json, whichever API you're trying to execute and you're trying to test those things. So let me show you quickly how I have written the collection. So if you see, this is my API, hello world API. And if you go to the test here, so I am testing the status code here. I am expecting status code has to be 200. And second, we are checking the response. So we are saying, okay, if this API returns a response, that response should be hello world. Okay. Now, let me go back quickly to my pipeline code. So that is all we have here. So once successful Postman test done, load testing is done, our job is okay. And at the end, we'll be able to see the artifacts uploaded over there, and these test results will be available in the code repository section. Okay, where I will show you here. So you can see I already ran few times, so you can find in the download option, you can see previous artifact, load test and Postman test. Okay. So let's run the pipeline now and see. So if I go to my pipeline here. Okay. Before that, in the previous session, again, I have explained that we have externalized some parameters. So you can create those parameters in the setting, CICD pipeline, and you can see this section, variable. So now you can create variable at pipeline level, you can create variable at project level, you can create variables at group level. Okay. So some features are not enabled on the trial version. So you need to buy the premium version or the global GitLab. Okay. So then all the features will be available there. For example, approval rules are not available here. You need to buy the premium version. So that's the reason I didn't explain the approval process over here. Okay. So approval rules are not available in the trial version. Then one more thing we have. So I talked about the integration of the JMeter. I talked about the integration of the Postman. Now let's talk about the integration of the Slack channel. Okay. So if you go and notice here, go to the integration here in this under setting integration. So you can go ahead and search for the Slack notification and enable it. So you find Slack notification here. So right now, since I have enabled it, it's only showing Slack application because it went up here. In the Slack notification, you need to get the webhook URL. Okay, so I got my webhook URL from my Slack channel. So where you can find it, you can go here in your Slack channel, go to incoming webhooks, and here you'll find your webhook URL. Okay, get this webhook URL and configure with your CICD pipeline. So now let's go ahead. So this is our, that's it. Only simple, webhook URL. And while getting the webhook URL, you need to mention for which, let me show you. So on which channel you want to post the messages. So once you open the Slack channel, right? Let me open the Slack channel. If you go here, so I have created Slack channel for this particular notification. Here on the stack merge, you'll find this kind of messages from your CICD pipeline. Okay, so let's go ahead and run it. Okay? Our pipeline and see what happens. Okay, let me go back here. We can go to our CICD pipeline and let's run manually. Okay? Otherwise, it will get picked up or it started. Whenever you do any merge on your main branch, just say run pipeline. The first message, if you popped up in your Slack channel, the moment it starts, preparing your Docker image, you can see that this is the image we have used for our CICD pipeline. It will take some time, so let me take a pause over here. So it started executing now. Downloading dependencies. You can go to even here. So it will take some time. So again, I'll take a pause so that I can show you the completed status of this pipeline. Okay. So you can see now it's getting deployed to the Cloud Hub. Now, if I log into my Anypoint platform here, let me log into Anypoint platform. Go to Runtime Manager. Their environment. See, it is getting deployed. And let me go back here. It's deployed now. It will update soon. But before deployment, let me take you to the stage where the artifact also uploaded. And I'll show you those artifacts in a moment. So lab and test ran successfully. Somewhere that will be log which says uploaded artifact successfully. So you see here, it's the section where our artifacts are uploaded. So now let me show you where you can find those artifacts. See here. So this is the artifact uploaded. Now you can see 3620445E, right? Let me check what is the latest. 36. So this is what running 445E. Now let me go back whether it's updated or not. Now the load test also done. Now Postman test is getting executed. Now this is the status at the end. Successful. Cache has been created. And it's executed successfully. Okay. Now where to find the load test and Postman test results? Okay. So I told you in the if I say up or you can say files. Now see the final result in the GitLab pipeline. You can see here. We are able to see. So we are seeing here. So this pipeline has been passed. And you can go ahead and download this load test artifact. You can download it here in the desktop. Go ahead. And it will show you whether your load test is successful or not. Okay. Similarly, I download the Postman also. Results. Okay, so let's go ahead and unzip it. Here. That file, just results it. And if you open this index.html, it will show you. It will show you the complete report of our results. You can go to the chart. Everything is fine. Now the second also we have Postman results. We will extract this also. And this one also is fine here. So there were two test scripts. Both were executed successfully. One status code. Second one is body map. Okay, both are executed successfully. Yeah, so this is Newman report, right? So that's what is coming from our, and you can see the date and time, meeting, just now executed. So hope you got the clarity how we can integrate our Postman and do the test, write test cases and execute those test cases after the deploy. Okay, and how to do the load testing, how to integrate JMeter, how to integrate our Slack channel to keep on posting the status of our test defined execution. Yeah, so that's all from this session. Hope you like it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe it. Hit the bell icon so that you get notifications and share with your friends. Thank you. Thanks for watching.